Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this Redeemer figure from McFarlane Toys, and let's go over accessories first. Comes with a pair of wings, a sword, and a circular base. Now, a character with wings, I wonder why they give us a circular base just for him to stand. I mean, wouldn't he work better with a flight base? Like Superman, that would have been perfect, but this figure does not come with that. It only comes with a circular base, which is a bit disappointing. And there's no trading cards anymore with the McFarlane Toys. I mean, at least with the McFarlane's own creation kind of characters. They don't come with trading cards anymore. The DC stuff still has trading card attached to the backboard. But these, nope, nothing. And here's a look at the back of the figure. You can see there are two holes back here. Those are for the wings, of course. And the shoulder pads are actually attached to the bicep section. So when you rotate the bicep, it rotates the shoulder pads with it. Just so you know. And one thing I don't like about this figure is those ankle joints. They are really loose. Even though they're ratcheting ball hinge joints, they're really soft ratcheting joints. With the wings attached, he cannot stand, so that's a shame. Even with the base, he's not going to be able to stand because the wings are just too heavy for this figure, and the ankles are not helping. Right, here are the wings. The wings for this figure is really nice. It's got shading and everything. They definitely did a little wash or some sort of thing to it. It looks really nice. But they didn't do that to the figure itself though. They only did it for the wings. It looks quite nice. I guess if you do a wash, it'll be easier to see. And you attach them. They go in like that on the back. But I noticed if you just fold them together like this, and then you put the figure in front of it, then look at that, he looks so pretty like that. So yeah, there's an option for you. Just use some rubber bands, tie them on the back, and then take some photos, and there you go. Look at that. Look at how pretty that is. Yeah, but it would have been nice if he came with another set of wings where it's just closed up like this. That would have been awesome. So if you want to attach the wings, they're simple. I mean, there's a hole in the back. You just push this in, and it clicks pretty tightly on here. And the ball hinge joint is there's ratcheting. It's a ratcheting ball hinge joint here. So just push that in, and there you go. And now you can see him with the wings on. And again, he's not going to be able to stand like this because the wings are just too heavy. They're solid plastic. Looks fantastic, but he will not stand. And yeah, his whole body's kind of loose. So yeah, it would have been nice if he came with a flight base and then just attach somewhere back here, and then that way he'll be floating. Because if you take the base off, see, you could adjust his legs like that, and then move one up forward, and turn it like this, and there you go. Oh, and here's one thing I don't like about this figure is that look at these hands. It's like they are trigger finger hands. It's like, why do we need these? Because the only weapon he comes with is a sword, so there's no reason for him to have a trigger finger hand. I'm not even sure. I mean, this doesn't look like a reuse piece. I mean, those hands doesn't look like they've been reused for another Spawn figure. I mean, I could be wrong, but I could see them using something like this if it's a reused piece from another figure. But I don't think it is. I'm not sure, but I don't think it is. So why not sculpt a hand that's just holding on to the sword instead of creating this trigger finger here? And same on this side too. Why do we need both of these? There you go. It's holding on to the sword. Really pretty sword. But yeah, that trigger finger, kind of disappointing about that. But overall, the figure is nice, nicely sculpted. It would have been nice. It would have been nice if they added more weathering, something on this figure, to make some of these decorations stand out a little more, like these patterns on his chest. It would have been nice if there was a little wash to bring them out even more. The blue is just too bright blue. It would have been much better if it was a little deeper, or if they added some more shadows here and there. If they added any shadows here and there, it would have darkened up the figure a little bit more, and I think it would have made him look a lot cooler too. I might end up doing that myself, but right now I'm not sure yet. And as far as articulation, it's pretty much the same as all the other McFarlane toys, so I'm not gonna go into it too much. Yeah, the wings, there's a ratcheting joint here, so you could bring them all the way out or all the way in. Not all the way in, but you can bring them flat like this. And then as far as going back, I think that's about it, how far you could get it to go back. And then the head is on a ball joint, so good range there. There's a lot you could do with that. And then, like I mentioned earlier, the shoulders. The shoulder pads are attached to the bicep section. So when you rotate the arm, you can see the shoulder pad rolls with it, and it's just attached down here. That's all. Then there's a ball hinge joint for the shoulder, and they added this ring to give them even more range, because there's a bit of a gap between the torso and the arm, so they put those rings there to cover up the joint a little bit more, but it allows you to have a little more range of motion for a figure. So I like that, and you can see it's got really good range shoulders, and then bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and then ball hinge wrists. And then chest is on a ball joint, and same with the waist, but they are on the looser side because of how heavy the wings are. So if you try to get him to stand like this, he's not going to be able to. He's going to arch back because the wings are just too heavy. Look at that. And the legs are on these ratcheting joints. They're okay. Not the strongest. Like moving front and back, you can see. They're not that strong at all. So that's why he's not going to be able to stand up when he has the wings on. You're going to have to prop up the wings a little bit for him to stand properly on your display case, or have him just lean against the back somewhere with the wings leaning back against the wall or something. And then these ankle joints, like I said, they are not the strongest. And you might wonder, hey, since these are ball hinge joints, I could always turn them to the side, then it won't allow the legs to move forward and back. But then it's this pin that's attached to the foot, it's at an angle, so if you turn it, he's not going to be able to stand straight at all. His feet are not going to be 90 degrees here. I'll show you, but here right now, when the joint it's on, when it's aiming forward like this, then you can move the ankle up and down. So if you rotate it to the side, you say, hey, once I rotate it to the side, then it will stop it from moving forward. But yeah, that is true, but look at, it's at an angle, so the pin is actually into the foot at an angle, so he's not going to be able to stand straight. That's as straight as that leg's gonna get. That ankle is gonna get. Look at that. So no matter what, he's not gonna be able to stand with the wings on. And so just a matter of rotating this back. And now you got him straight again. But yeah, a little weaker as far as the joints is concerned, but overall still a really nice figure. And again, I wish the color was a little darker, especially the blue. I think in the comics it's I'm not exactly sure in the comics because there's shadows everywhere, so it tends to look a little darker than what it is in toy form. Because I know the previous version, there's an animated version of this Redeemer, and that one it's just as bright blue as this one. So it might be correct where the shade of blue is, but to me it just looks super bright. Right here I got him on a Superman base, the flight base from McFarlane Toys. I think this flight base also comes with Green Lantern. One of the Green Lantern, I think, I'm not sure. But yeah, this is what he should have come with. But this one doesn't fit him. The clamp doesn't really work. I'm just propping it up a little bit, that's all. So it's definitely not meant for this figure. It would be nice if he were packaged with a proper flight base. That would have been perfect. But nope. Still, I mean, this is a fantastic looking figure though. I still like it quite a bit. Here you go from the side. You can see the clamp is not really clamping onto anything. Just situated back here by the wings. And yeah, it's not a permanent solution here. And let's do a final close-up. Before I end this video, you can see there are decorations all over the armor too. Very nice. I like that. And you can see there are patterns in the undersuit as well. There's the sword, really pretty. Alright, one last look. Gauntlets are nice. Again, not a fan of these hands. Just wish they given us extra ones to switch out. So out of the 5, this is not a figure that you definitely need. As far as I think out of the 5, you definitely want Violator. Clown, you might want that. This one, I think it's the least favorite of them all. The wings are nice. I probably will try to use those wings for other characters. The Gunslinger, that's a spawn, so I definitely want that. That one's a lot of people will probably pick up. And yeah, and Raven is probably the other one that a lot of people will want, because that one looks really good, but minus all the shadings and weathering on the armor. But yeah, back to this guy, Redeemer. He's gonna set you back about $25 from Target. I got it from through Target.com, so that's why I have him now. I have not seen them in stores yet, but hopefully they'll make it out. And yeah, so there you go. Oh, let me do a height, make sure you guys can. He's about 7. How tall is he? 7.5. Yeah, about 7.5 inches in height. So there you go. There's Redeemer from McFarlane Toys. Thanks for watching.